Hi everybody, how you doing? Welcome to SEB'S SMS. Yes guys, as usual, you know the drill. I'm sending you a message, you better catch it. I'm sending you, I said that again, I'm sending you a message, you better catch it.
Sebastien Bassong is now very much the Anglophile.
SEB'S SMS, that's you, you take what's yours. I'm sending you a message, you better catch it.
But when it comes to the football,
We snatch it, that's ours. Your purpose is your fuel. The anger. I was angry. I wanted to show them people that, all right, no matter where I'm from, I show you that I can be successful. And I use that. And that's one of the many reasons, because I have plenty of purpose, plenty of reason, plenty of answer for my why I was getting on that pitch, why I was getting, like better and better, why I couldn't give up. The reason why, that's one, I use that incident, that event as fuel, for my car to go further and further, to go faster and faster, stronger and stronger. My question is for you guys. I want you to know why you're getting on that pitch. I want you to tap into any answer on my question for you to be able to perform on the pitch. Because sometimes you'll have some lows, some dip. If you don't know why you're doing that for, there's no way you can get out of the situation you'll be in. The purpose was more important than me. You know what? And then I grew up, you know what I'm saying? I grew up, I started having kids, and I tattooed my kid's name here. Every time I was feeling down, every time before a game, I was feeling some type of way, I was looking at my tattoos like that. I was thinking, you know what? They're my reason. Today, I have to perform. I have to give my best. Whether, I had a good game or not, but I had to give my best. Stay focused on what you're good at and be aware about what your weaknesses are. Don't let your weaknesses get you overwhelmed and get the top of you. No. Because we can always work on the weaknesses. I want you to identify those things, those two things. Where am I now? Where am I? At what level am I? Where I can go after the game. That's another thing. Okay, before the game, this is where I am. This is the state I am in. I'm self-assessing myself. But then, okay, here we go. Now that it's all down, I'm ready to go. Your decision, your life, your rule. Because as much as you are the one who gets you into that situation, you're the only one who can get you out of that situation. You're the only one who can make things happen. Take action, take a decision, guys. And that was for me, I've played many games over here. I've sung the national anthems hundreds of times in my life, but not 100 caps, but every single time I never regretted my decision, because that was for my life. And that's what I want you to do. As soon as you got your decision taken, go for it 100% and enjoy it, because that's only you who can turn it into something positive. Regardless what the outcome was supposed to be, you're gonna be the one who's gonna make it a memorable moment. And trust me, every time I come back home in Cameroon, I'm so happy. I'm so glad to have served my country to the best of my ability, because I took one decision that I never regret. As a football player, as an athlete, as a champion, guys, we don't let ourselves out the guard. We don't drop the guard. You gotta always be ready. Always be careful about what's happening around you. Whether your game has been postponed, rescheduled, or called off on the spot, we always have a reaction. That's what champions do. Champion focus on the objective. And I know you guys got an objective. So you gotta be, it's like on the pitch. When you get a red card or someone is going off as because he went out injured. We don't stop the game. We don't claim, no, ref, stop, please. No, we can't play 10 against 11. We do play, so we adapt. And that's what I want you to be able to do today. I want you to adapt. You're a champion. You don't let that go. You don't let that take you away from where you want to go. I know that as soon as things gonna settle down, as soon as you're gonna find a rhythm, it's about finding a rhythm. You adapt, and now you know how to play. You know where to push, and you know where to put your foot, on the brake a little bit, just to slow down, but not to stop. We don't stop, right? Today, I try to touch, like the mental side of it. Psychologically, where are you? I want you to know in what kind of situation you're good or you're not good. I want you to know your blind spot. Yeah, that's the term of today, the blind spot. Where are you in terms of that? Blind spot are the things that are behind your head, things that you don't know by yourself, the things that you know that you don't know, or the things that you don't even know that you don't know. Where are you psychologically? What are your strengths and weaknesses? And once you know that, trust me, you're becoming better and better. You're becoming a beast. You're becoming a beast psychologically, mentally. The mindset is getting stronger and stronger. And that's where I want you to self-assess today and the next week, because we spoke about it last week already. So today, when you're gonna go on that pitch, right? I want you to start breathing a bit before and try to, get in a lot of information. Okay, where am I good at? It's not because something is not your strength and it's kind of your weaknesses that you can't master it, but at least you be aware of it. And that's what I want you to be. I want you to be aware about everything about you. Some of you have been playing, some of you haven't. Some of you have been starting every single game, but some of you have been sitting on the bench. And when it comes that time of the season, you guys ask yourself a lot of questions. You are always wondering, you know what, I should play, I'm not playing, the manager is this, the manager is saying that. But the question today, my question for you guys, and I want you to pay attention, please, why are you not playing? Why are you not playing? Because it's easy to blame the manager or to blame someone else. But what I want you to do before the game or for the next week coming, whether you're playing this week today or not, I want you to ask yourself, why am I not playing? Why am I not doing well? Because surely if you don't, a manager never keeps his best player on the bench. I want you today to have a plan. What's going to happen if you, in the first 15 minutes, you lose that many balls, or you score a goal, or you're scoring a goal? No matter if it's positive or negative, what's going to happen? I want you to put yourself on punishment if you lose too many balls. But I want you to plan it out first. I want you to write down on your phone or on a piece of paper, okay, this is my plan of the day. I'm going to try, maybe if I'm an offensive player, I need to have at least 10 attempts on target, 10 attempts, 6 on target. If I don't reach my goal, I go out of my plan, all right, I put myself on punishment. The reason of the punishment is you put yourself under pressure. We're all champions. I remember when I was playing, when I was getting towards the end of my career, I was putting myself on punishment. Seb, you don't lose that many balls. If I lost it, I was doing press-ups or whatever, or run. I was running a bit, or I was putting myself on punishment. The reason of the plan, there's nothing that can be achieved without a good plan. If you want to go to a certain destination and you don't know where you're going, you need a GPS. Back in the days, we needed a plan, a map with a plan. Okay, this is where we're going. So in the game, it's the same thing. There's a game plan. So I want you to build and to write down your own personal plan. On the other side of having a plan, what's happening when the plan fails? You know that every time we have a mission, but sometimes the plan doesn't go as we expected. But the most important thing is to keep an eye on the mission, on the bigger picture. But having a plan sometimes is not like, something linear. It's not something that doesn't go up and down. It does go up and down. Definitely, there's no plan to go 100% correct. However, my question is, how do you adapt? How do you deal with the changes? Like, let's say you start in the game. As I said last week, your manager, your coach, he had the game plan, right? He gave you the game plan, he gave you all the instructions, all right. But first minute, not even saying that you conceded the goal, but you took a red card. The whole plan go to waste. As a team, how do you react? In life, when you have, a job interview, you go in for something like, you've given 110%, but something happened. Are you crumbling or do you get back? How do you get back up? That's my thing. So on the pitch is the same, guys. How do you adapt? How do you readapt? And that's what I want you to think about it. It's all about being aware, being prepared for the worst. I want you today to be prepared for the worst. A real man, a real woman, a person with integrity who's responsible for it, commit to anything he does. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you do commit, even when you look at yourself in the mirror, and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, or you're not doing what you said you were going to do, how do you feel? That's my question. How do you feel? How does that make you feel? No one's watching, no one's looking at you,
but you in the mirror, you said you were going to do something, so you committed, you gave your word. And that's something that I always say, your word is who you are. So once you commit a word, you gotta make it happen. You gotta do it no matter what. And that's why commitment for me is huge in your personal development. And even, look, the way people are looking at you, the way your family is looking at you, the way your teammates are looking at you, the way your coach, your mom and dad, your wife, husband, your spouse, your kids, when you say something and you're not doing it, no matter the reason, when you commit it, you want to go to the end. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm so fussed and adamant on commitment. And trust me, this is a big one. And don't get me wrong, that's not something that's easy to apply. You might do it, then the next day you might not do it. But what we're looking for, for the champion mentality that we're having, is to do it over and over and over. If the decision you're taking turned out to be the wrong decision, so what are you supposed to do? Whether it's on the pitch or in life, what you're supposed to do? What I got to answer to that is like, for me, there's no wrong decision. Like, as I said, as soon as you're taking a decision, regardless of what kind of decision you're taking, you're in control. So the same, like, if it turns out that maybe the decision is not as positive, the outcome is not as positive as you would have imagined, you put yourself in that situation. The same way you've put yourself in that situation, you're also the only person who can get you out of that situation. Which means what? Which means you're still in control, so you can manage your life. So when you do take a decision, guys, don't think, what if that doesn't go right? That will go right. And sometimes the reason why I'm saying that it's going to be a good decision for you, because it might not be a good decision straight away, straight after, but over time, maybe after a few months, few weeks, few days, you realize that, okay, that was a good decision for my whole evolution, for my whole overall improvement. And that's what we're looking for. So guys, don't really focus or pay attention or stress yourself about, okay, it wasn't a good decision, I'm not going to do that again. You fail your way to success. If there's a kind of failure, which I call a lesson, you will learn. So any decision you take or you will take in the near future is going to be positive for me, 110%. So guys, just keep in your mind, when you do miss something on the pitch, when you take a shot and it goes way over the bar, was it a bad decision that you took to try that shot? No, it was a good one. Because the next one, you're not going to be willing to feel that feeling that you felt. Like, oh, that was hard, shame, the disappointment, whatever emotion went through you. What I'm saying is that was the best thing to do. You took the right shot. You took the right decision. But the next time, you're going to take it again, over and over and over. Today, I want to talk about something which is really, like, we're digging deeper into some of the principle. That's what we call what? Limited belief. Limitation, limited belief. Because there's a lot of people who want to put their limitation on you. Let me tell you a little story quickly. When I was young, my brothers and sisters, mostly my big brothers, they told me that I couldn't make it. Swear down. Straight. No, you'd be lucky if you only make it, Seb. I said, what? No, you can't do that. In their head, in a lot of people's head, I wasn't able to, because that wasn't based on me. That was based on their limitation, their mindset, and they reflected it on me. But I ever agree with that. That was their limited belief that they wanted to put on me. On the pitch, it's exactly the same. When people tell you, no, you know what? You can't do that. You can't play at that level. You can't score that goal. No, that's not one of your quality. What word? You can't? No, forget that. That's a word which is forbidden in our language. You can't. You cannot. I don't want to hear that no more. No, you can't. I'd rather someone tell you, or you tell someone, no, I don't want it. So why could you not do that? You have the capability, you have the ability to do it. It's just a matter of willingness and to self-belief. I don't want no limited belief like that. You cannot do this. What are you talking about? No. There's nothing that you can't do. There's nothing that I can't do. I'm telling you, focus on what you do have. Because
because most of the players, they might say, okay, no, I'm responsible, I hold up to my mistake and all that. No. In order for me in the past to get to the best of my ability, to the next level, you gotta take responsibility. So what does that really mean? That means, let's be practical, right? Stop pointing the finger at someone else. Oh yeah. Because when you do point the finger at someone, pointing one finger, but there's 1, 2, 3 finger pointing at you, which means when you are on the pitch, stop like saying to the manager, it wasn't my fault, I was free, he didn't give me the ball, he didn't do that. All right, if something went wrong, trust me, and I'm telling you because I've been there, you've got a big part in that. You've been there, you haven't done what you had to do. So think about it. Why am I asking you that? To take responsibility. It's not the most pleasant thing to do, and it's not easy, but put it this way, the stronger you are, the most responsibilities you can take on.
We have to really put an effort. Nothing comes like that. There's things that take time. The same way you getting, when you're getting injured or you're coming back, you want to start this like working out again, you're not going to get fit straight away. But your body needs time to adapt. The same way your brain needs time to adapt to those new concepts and think that you can't run away. I want you to take ownership of your life. Take ownership. It's not like this is my life, it's nobody else's life, nobody else's life. So I'm the only one who can really make the difference. So when I say that I want you to take responsibility, I want you to be strong. I want you stop always trying to run away. Okay, but that wasn't my fault. Whose fault is this then? If I allow someone to get at me, right? Someone to drive me crazy, that's my fault because I've allowed that person to get into my head. So I gotta hold my hands up and say that I'm responsible. I want you to take ownership of your life. What are you living like? Okay, put it this way. You're supposed to do some stuff. I'm supposed to do some stuff, whether it's on the pitch or outside the pitch, because it's all linked. So you're supposed to do something, but you want someone else to do for you what you're supposed to be doing for you. Let me say that again. What would you expect someone else to do for you what you're supposed to do for you? You're responsible of your own life. Pain is inevitable. This is real, guys. I'm through pain right now. I'm in pain because of what? Because I've worked hard and to be able to get to the next level, to be able to get, to become professional in any aspect of your life, to become the best version of yourself, you have to go through pain. There's that saying, people say, no pain, no gain. But how do you really apply that to your life? What does pain means to you? How do you handle pain? And don't get me wrong, guys, there's different level of pain. There's real pain, there's physical pain, there's psychological pain, there's emotional pain. You gotta be able to identify what kind of pain you're going through. How long is it gonna last? I got physical pain, many bad pains, and throughout my career, I was really a player. I had hamstring injuries most of the time. I was in pain. The first time I had a hammy, I done my hammy on my days. It's like someone shot me like a bah! I was in so much pain and I almost cried. I remember I was playing for Mets. It was in a friendly game, just before the start of the season, in France. And it had never happened to me before. But the pain that I felt when I got almost shot, I wasn't used to that. It was new for me. I almost cried. And then it happened to me many times over my career. And I never cried no more. I handled the pain differently. No pain lasts forever. That's something you gotta know. You know that if you don't put a shift in, we don't get nothing. When you were at school, when you were doing your homework, you had a test, you had to work for it, towards it. So for some stuff, you gotta work harder than others because the task is lighter, it's always heavier, it's harder. But in general, you gotta have a good work ethic. So what is your work ethic? And let's be real, in SEB'S SMS, we don't fool ourselves. We try to be honest that because you're authentic, you're honest with yourself, that's the only way for you and for me to get better, to improve, to grow. So work ethic, are you, and this is my question, this is the big question, are you someone who works hard or are you a hard worker?
This is the main thing of the day. Your work ethic. How do you work? What's your work ethic level? For how long can you work? That's the thing. You guys, are you a hard worker or someone who works hard? What's the difference? Someone that works hard, you got a task. You got training, you gotta go to your job, you got a 9 to 5, you got everything, right? You have to get there and you just do the task and you work hard towards the task because you got something to do. You got your manager comes and tell you, listen, today we're training. So you go to training and you work hard because this is what you've been told to do. This is what's been applied to you. Okay, training session, boom, boom, you work hard. You go to the job, you got a lesson, you do what you gotta do. But because you got a task that's been assigned to you, right? And you're working hard. What can I say? You're working hard. That's good. That's all right. But on the flip side, a hard worker is someone's gonna work hard continuously. No matter the result, no matter the outcome, is someone who doesn't need to be told to work to get his things done. You get me? You understand the difference? Are you a hard worker or someone that works hard? Why are we being so selfish? Why are we being selfish on the football pitch? Why are we thinking about ourselves while we're playing like a collective? This is a teamwork, right? This is a teamwork. And I'm talking to those of you who keep saying I. All right, allow it. And don't get me wrong, I used to say I. I used to be a real selfish guy. I was only thinking about myself. Like, okay, I've scored some goals. I've done this. I've done that. I haven't done it, but I have done this. Like, I need to get the ball there. I am talented. It's all about myself. It was all about myself. The same way for some of you, it's all about yourself. But don't get it twisted, guys. It's teamwork. It's a team game, a collective thing. Like, you can only win. You can only get any benefit if the team wins.